What you wearing, what you wearing, man, that's Crunchy Riot. What you wearing, what you wearing, man, that's Crunchy Riot. What you wearing, what you wearing, man, that's Crunchy Riot. What you wearing, what you wearing.
We are live, guys. We back on YouTube. Hopefully we don't get banned. But yeah, we live. We here with Mr. Barry Legal himself. Introduce yourself.
April's Last Legend, the guy.
What is your real name?
Oh, my name's Dante. That's what the name my mom gave me. And yeah, I make these hats, and I sometimes like that guy right there. So,
all right. Next guy we got here is a veteran model for the Crunchy Riot models, if we can call them that. Yeah, Crunchy Riot models. Yeah, you one of the originals, the OGs. Big supporter, longtime artist, musician, also clothing designer, Mr. Slab Osiris.
How y'all doing today? Fantastic, great. It's the almighty SO, man. You know, Slab Osiris, Slab Osirian. You know, yeah, it's been a minute since we've been out here. We done seen my boys. You know.
Came a long way. Yeah.
We appreciate everybody that watched the last interview on Rumble. We're gonna probably come back. I want to say in a few episodes. The next episode, stay tuned for that. We're going to the gun range. We're going to interview Dash and Dean, two runners of the Guild World Peace Clothing Designer. Y'all familiar with that?
Heard of him.
I gave you we actually traded. I gave you my hat for the belt.
Yeah, the white and brown hat, right?
Yep.
That bitch was small.
We're going to talk about that. So y'all stay, tuned for that. This is the first time we had 3 guests on the show, including myself. And also Simeon's back there helping with production. Shout out to him. Big dog, Deuce Froze. And yeah, we're just going to be chopping it up, talking about our experience. And,
This nigga put the Danger team together. This shit crazy. Wait. You said we're on YouTube, right?
Yeah, we're on YouTube.
So there's certain things that can't.
Yeah. Be careful. Be careful. This is not the free platform. This is not freedom of speech.
I mean, y'all kind of already messed up earlier, but we're going to try to cut that out.
How'd I already mess up?
What we do?
Y'all cussed.
Oh, we got to be clean.
For the first 7 seconds, yeah.
You are now being recorded. Everything you say and do will be.
I know my fucking rights, bitch. The first 7 seconds have to be clean.
Bro, what did I say in the first 7 seconds?
Y'all don't remember.
You know how fast seconds work, man? I feel like we was 5.
I feel like we made it out of 7 seconds, bro. Come on, bro. For real?
I'm going to do an instant replay and y'all tell me.
I don't believe it.
I don't either. I think we good, bro. That's crazy. He said we was cooked after 7 seconds. Rumble it is, guys.
Let's get ready to rumble out this motherfucker, man, since we got to wait 7 seconds. Oh, wait. Was that? I said motherfucker, right? So
we made it past 7 seconds. We good.
You know what?
We good.
We just going to let it ride. I mean, they let Splash. They didn't get on us about Splash interview.
And first of all, YouTube, y'all tripping, bro. Okay, it's.
Hey, look what a money maker bitch do.
Like, come on, man.
Ooh.
Like, come on, man. Like, grown folks don't use YouTube.
Right, bro. Come on, bro.
Like, y'all have a whole explicit option.
Listen. Actually, let me fix myself. I apologize. So look, man. I feel like we're great influences. We give these youth something to look up to. Not being regular people, aspiring to do more with their life. So give us a break, man. Give us a break.
So we're gonna start off actually because I actually got an idea. So as y'all know, these 2 individuals were a big part of my success around, I want to say 2022, 2021. It was like between that. That was when I had the blonde hair and I was on Demon Time, as some of y'all can remember. Also through my own fashion show, Dante helped me pick out the venues as far as the where we did fittings. He set that up. He also helped do casting calls, and he also helped MC the fashion show because I definitely was not doing too well on the mic myself. And then this man right here, model for the show, he also helped organize the casting call. He also helped on some things behind the scene, just as far as like, moral character flaws that I was having during that time. But yeah, man, I'm grateful for that fashion show. What was that experience like for both of you guys? Like, what were your emotions, your feelings, and how were y'all navigating through all that? You can go first, Dante.
Honestly, bro, like when I look back at a lot of that shit, I had no feelings. Like it was like when you play sports, when you in the mode or like in the game, you're not really thinking about it. I was just hooping, and I knew somebody else that wanted to hoop, and we trying to make this shit happen. So I don't know. In the time, I didn't think a lot about it. Now I look back and I be like, damn, we really did some cool ass shit. I wish I would have took the time to like really enjoy it while I was doing it, because every time we do this shit, it'd be like rip run, rip run, rip run. You just doing. You don't really just get a chance to just stop and be like, damn, we hard. You know? No, Diddy, that's not crazy. But yeah, we're gonna get to just do that, bro. So, you know, looking back on it, it's cool. In the time, I was just doing it.
Well, I feel like personally, I also ain't really have any feelings about it either. You know, I wasn't doing casting calls. I wasn't doing stuff like that before then. You know, so it was kind of like a first time thing for me. But I enjoyed the experience and just the experience as a whole. Like not just the good things about it or the bad things about it. I put a quote. It's not necessarily these things were bad. It's just like with what we're doing. You know, nothing's like a straightaway path of just like everything's going right as it is, right? Sometimes you got to adapt and adjust. And I feel like, you know, I was enjoying that portion of it as well, meeting a whole bunch of new people too. You know, and just being able to put your foot into something, just to see where you could go with it. I feel like that's an important thing people should do in their life.
My personal thoughts, it's one of those things where it's just you don't realize like how big of a deal it is until like you're starting to like really put your foot into the door. And me being first like I was being hands on with everything. I had to, you know, put money into getting the venue. You have to visit the venue, talk to the venue owner. And it was like one of the first times like I actually had to like take the initiative to do that, because I was used to seeing everyone else do it. And then like I had to do it, and I was like, man, I got to make this happen. So I don't know. I just felt like kind of like you guys, I had to detach a little bit, like really detach so I can like focus. But deep down, I was like, what am I really getting myself into? And
detach is the perfect word, bro. Because
Yeah.
like when you do that shit, like any of it, you can't be emotional about it. Like the minute something goes wrong, like Slab said, it's not bad stuff that happens. It's just shit. The natural process I've come to learn with anything that you're doing where you're in control fully. Like you don't have a vested, organized, $1 million corporation helping you put everything together where you got 101 hands. Something is bound to go wrong every time, bro. So it's like you got to detach from it and not be emotional, because the minute that first thing happens, you're cooked. It's over.
During that fashion show, we had a lot of mishaps occur. I got pulled over and got a paraphernalia.
That's the first one, huh?
That was one of them. The casting call, there was a big fight. I was in the middle of that. He was in the midst of it.
That shit was funny. That shit was still funny to this day.
It was hilarious.
Bro, you know what's so funny? That house down the street from my house.
Oh, alluring temptations.
All the time, literally. I'd be like every time I pass, I'd be like, that shit's so funny.
I still have the video. I don't know if I want to
revisit it,
because for one, I don't know if like the people involved, or for one of them, we're not really like close to anymore. The other one, I'm pretty sure they don't want to like just have their face on the front. But that whole thing happened, and then to make things worse, during that same day, the venue that you originally going to throw your the second fast show after mine got shut down. Creators Don't Die. They got shut down due to COVID protocol. He had to find a venue like last minute, and I wanted to ask, like, so how did you even like secure that venue like that fast? Because like that was literally like.
Bro, the blessing of it all was Mecca owned Creators Don't Die and Biz owned Royal Lane, and Biz and Mecca do business together. So every building that Mecca's opened up, Biz helped him open up, and every building Biz opened up, Mecca helped him open up. So like they're a business partner in all of it. So at all times they've always had two venues. Most people don't even know that, but it's like think about two niggas that know each other and they buy buildings, and like so if anything goes wrong at their building scheduling wise, they could just move it to the other one. Bro, it's perfect. Because with the shit with them, I love my niggas, but it's always something as far as booking goes to where it's like some crazy shit comes up. So it just so happens Mecca shit actually got shut down because of the capacity thing. So like the city came and shut him down. He had to get it changed over to like a historical landmark building. They was gonna tear that motherfucker down.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so that happened literally.
That motherfucker been there for a minute.
Yeah,
too.
bro. So I literally, the day of the show or the day before the show, Mecca called me and let me know, like, hey, they just came and shut me down. Like, we can't even do the show here no more. But let me get some things together and I might be able to get you another venue. So then that's how we got over to the other venue, which didn't have AC the day of the show.
Boy,
Hey, but shout out to Royal Lanes though. I threw my first.
Shout out to Biz, bro.
I threw my first ever show with Royal Lanes. Unfortunately, it rained and the power went out, so I had to run it off a generator. Shout out to everybody that came. It wasn't a lot of people, of course, because I was still working off the muscle. I didn't really have the resources that I had now. But yeah, shout out to the Dallas venue owners, helping us out.
shout out to Royal Lanes for sure, because that's where I actually threw my first show.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm about to say.
We all threw our shows at Royal Lanes.
But and the crazy thing about even throwing that first show is how that came about. And it's like Dante said, man, like most of the time, bro, especially when you doing something where you have your hands fully in it, there's always something is bound to go sideways. You feel me?
It's
like
you can't control.
It's not, but at the same time, like you can control also too who you work with, and that was the first time I learned about who I need to work with and who I can't work with. You feel me? Like
Facts.
I learned. I'm not gonna say no names, man. Yeah, nigga. Like I'm trying to throw this show with somebody, right? So the nigga, we do the show. I'm planning it, putting it together. I already got the lineups. I already asked who I was going to ask to perform. I already got, who's going to vent for me, who going to do food, who going to do this, who going to do that. You did, yes, sir. What? Was that the first show at Royal Land? Yeah, I think you did.
The New Year's show, right?
Yes.
I still have the flyer on my wall.
I got the thing on my little Malcolm X picture in the room still. You feel me? I keep all that stuff.
That's something I wish I did, bro. Is keep a flyer from every show I threw.
Keep your flyers, because at the end of the day, that's your creation, that's your project. And with that being said, I chose to work on that project with somebody. But the thing is, it was so initially I'm planning this shit with him, right? Whole time this nigga come to me with the most bizarre goddamn idea and proposal that I did not expect to happen, right? And he comes to me with the idea of Plies being a part of our show.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I remember now. I was so psyched when I saw. I'm like, oh snap! They got Plies on the lineup. Like,
because I'm like, yeah, nigga. Because the nigga came to me talking about, yeah, bro. Hey, man, I don't want to jinx anything, but excuse me, but we could get Plies. Excuse me, audience, but we could get Plies on the show. So I'm like, okay, the fuck? How? Like, what do you mean we could get
Plies?
Like Plies. Like, I'm like, how the fuck did you even get the... Okay.
Bro, that was a thing for us?
So I was like, it was a thing for us. So I'm like sitting here and I'm like, all right, bro, just let me know, I guess, if you can, bro. And he's like, yeah, but if we do, we got to like charge our vendors and we got to do this. And I'm like, all right, cool. Understood. So he texts me maybe like 2 days later and he tells me, hey man, so we're good on Plies, right? And I'm like, oh shit. So I make a flyer with Plies' name on the flyer, right? So I'm sitting here like, okay, shit, okay, cool. Well, since you niggas got some shit going on that I didn't know about, all right, cool. We gonna go ahead and put Plies on the flyer. I post a flyer. That bitch get taken down like twice. So I'm like, nigga,
what happened?
Why the fuck my shit keep getting took? I hit this nigga. I'm like, hey, bro, do you actually have Plies or not? Yeah, no, he was talking about, oh, yeah, so that's what I forgot to tell you, bro. So, like, apparently, like, the niggas that, they have, like, a New Year's party that they was trying to throw themselves, and they was trying to have Plies a part of it. So I was talking to him and was discussing, like, a partnership where we merge our parties, right? But here's the thing. That's why I said we got to charge artists. They trying to charge niggas about $500 a piece to perform.
No.
Why?
Who?
Why? Look, So they're trying to charge niggas.
What year is this?
This is
It's like 2022.
yeah, right around that. Like old Royal Lanes venue in Grand Prairie. So these niggas trying to charge niggas $500 to perform on the show so they can pay Plies.
Bad business, brother.
I'm like, bruh. Huh? Then initially they was trying to like push our show to like only be an hour before their actual event. So I'm like, yeah, nigga, we just gonna do this another day. So it was supposed to be on New Year's Eve going
Were you
into
gonna? I was
New
gonna say, were you
Year's.
gonna cancel that? You were thinking about canceling the show at one point.
I just had to move it to like a different day. Like I was, but I was like, bro, that's like, cause I already talked to everybody. Like everybody that was at the show, I already talked to them. That's why they was already ready to be at the show. So when niggas sitting there and they trying to like do some shit, but it's not really they shit, and then more importantly, the niggas who shit it is actually them niggas don't even got shit on lock. Then I'm just like, all right, cool. So I know I'm not working with your ass no more.
This kind of brings me back to a topic that I brought up with Rob. Do you think that with you being, I guess you could say, an independent artist, maybe not like as upscale as like, you know, Versace or, you know, the big brands, do you think that being a small artist, you don't really get taken as seriously with like venue owners and event organizers?
I think it's definitely changed, but I think it's also like a prove it type of situation. So like, I don't think that it's all about how you carry yourself. Oh, I need to. It's all about how you carry yourself. Like when you do that first meeting with them, and then if you talk a big game, you gotta make sure to back it up. But normally, as long as you're a reliable person, it's not much to it, bro. Because at the end of the day, I think especially in Dallas, a lot of independent business like venue owners are like people trying to get it too. Like it's not many people that own a venue just have it like that. So at least that's what I've learned. Or they're like they're actually the manager of the venue, like in Deep Ellum or something of that nature. And so at the end of the day, as long as you uphold your end and you do good business, that's all they look for. And don't be shiesty. But it's hard because a lot of people don't even know how to approach it at the beginning. So they either being weird or funny. And even if it's unintentional, like, ain't nobody about to take you serious, bro. Like, I pay rent in here. I got to uphold this building. And you think I'm going to let you come in here and do some foolishness? like it's a hard-working person at the end of the day. You're not messing with a rich person just because they have a building. It's a way to go about it. So,
What do you think, whenever you're out and about in the real world, you're talking to average people, interacting with average people, what is a big judgment or misconception that y'all deal with as artists?
man,
Me personally, I feel like how I want, like how I structure or like present myself as an artist. Maybe most people don't expect that out of me. You feel me? Like I'm not, because for me, I know I'm not doing something that other people are doing. Not most people, at least not a majority of people. Like most people aren't making beats the way I'm making beats, you know.
True.
Most people are not talking about the same subject matter I'm talking about, you know. And most importantly, when people are more like local and independent, like being an independent artist but having a bigger scale as an audience, it's a little bit different from somebody being local and independent, right? This is your foundation. This is your starting, right? So with me, my foundation and how I present myself, not only in person, but on social media as well. Like everything is strategically like, okay, cool, this is the theme that it needs to be. And I feel like a lot of artists nowadays, you know, are more, I'm going to go out on a limb with it, or I'm going to go out on a whim. Like whenever I'm at the studio and I'm recording people, a lot of people prefer to punch in, right? It's easy when you can just do this and then stop, and then they're going to think of something. But me, I'm a very methodical person. So I'm methodical about everything I'm doing though. Like I don't think people expect me to be as methodical as I am. Mm-hmm. They don't know, like, whenever I'm trying to do something, I want that thing to be done the way, like, that I think is best, right? If it's involving me. I can't say this about everybody else's work because that's them. But when it comes to my work, I'm very particular about how things are done. So I feel like because of how I carry myself outside of my work, people don't expect me to be as methodical and as nitpicky as I am when it comes to my work versus when I'm not doing that. Because when I'm not doing that, I'm just chilling. You feel me? Most people don't even know about me until they actually come talk to me. Right? But when it comes to my actual work, I am very, like, adamant about it, right? I'm very, like, intentional. So I feel like that's just probably the biggest contrast about, you know, what I have to deal with as an artist.
Good answer. You?
Man, you know, I've been sitting here thinking this whole time. I'm sure they could see I was lost in space with this thought. So I had to think of, like, what it is. And I think that more than anything, I think people think we have, like, some sort of superpower with, like, what we do, or that we think we're better than other people. And they kind of, like, hold it against you. Like, you know, it immediately, when they hear you do something, I feel like people tense up. And they're like, and it might not be, it might be subtle, but, like, they're like, oh, especially if they don't do anything. And I think it's a misconception that we think we're better than everybody because we were given something. Like, when in all actuality, it's like a sport.
We trained ourselves.
Yeah, like, you have to put your 10,000 hours in, and there's a reason why I carry myself the way that I do, because I have. And, like, I'm one of them people, I do everything. Like, I've done everything for a specific reason, right? Like, there's going to be a day where I want to be the person that has, like, a payroll, and I'm paying somebody else to do this stuff, but I don't have that right now, so I got to do it myself. And in turn, you're learning how to do it in the way that you want it, so that when you hire somebody, you can't get bullshitted.
And you can teach them.
And you can teach them.
I feel exactly how you feel.
Yeah, so, like, I feel like people look at us and they're like, they immediately put you in a box because of what they've seen on TV, or, like, what they've heard.
Or, like, what they've heard.
Yeah, about that specific person, whether you make clothes, whether you make, you know, music, or no matter what you do, they automatically put you in that box of people and assume how you are and no longer want to support you. And I feel like it's a very common practice that most people don't even notice they do, because it's just so normalized, especially if they want to do something, but they have no talent. And they don't understand that all you have to do is just work on it every day, until you, bro. I be getting my ass whooped in NCAA right now, but you know what I've been doing? I've been playing that bitch every day. So, like, it's the same thing, bro. Like, the shit you put your time into is what you get back. So, I don't know. I think we get looked at as weirdos, or we're better than somebody.
Trust me, I deal with that all the time. It's like people, a lot of people think I could just, like, I think when I first started, like, paint on clothes, like, everybody thought I could, like, paint anything, and I mean, I can, but I feel like people think that I could, like, literally do it perfect, and I'm like, I need you to understand, like, my style is my style. It's not what it is in your head, or an idea or expectation you have in your head. It's gonna come out a certain way, and that's another thing I feel like I have to deal with whenever, like, people ask me to collab. It's like, I don't, like, people be like, hey, bro, we should, like, collab. You know, I got. It's like, okay. First off, do you know, like, me personally? Do you know my favorite color? Like, do you know what's
my favorite color? That's funny as fuck.
Okay, it don't got to be my favorite color, but it's just like, people have a distinctive style, they have distinctive tastes, and they have distinctive quirkiness about them that makes them who they are as an artist. And I feel like a lot of artists, I'm not gonna say every artist, but a lot of artists I deal with here who try to collaborate, they don't understand that, like, my brand has a certain niche to it, that you really have to, like, understand who I am as a person to, like, really, like, look at the brand, like, weird. And a lot of people be like, oh yeah, he's weird, like, he just be like into he's a hobbyist or he don't necessarily be into the subjects he's into, but it's like nah, like I'm just eclectic.
I'm particular about how I want to do something.
I want to do something.
To
Yeah.
what magnitude I want to do it, when I want to do it. I take breaks like a regular ass person. Sometimes I can't fucking do this shit right now. I got a fucking block and I need to do something else, something different.
You got to take from other, you got to learn from other like taste and other things that outside of your medium to like, you know, you got to get inspiration. Like, you ever seen that movie Honey, with Jessica Alba?
Yeah,
And like,
dancing and stuff.
yeah, there's like a scene where she had like to direct the choreography, but she had no inspiration for it. So what she did was like she had everybody take a break because the director was getting on her ass. They're like, hey, whatever you're doing, it's not working. It's not hitting. So what she did was she walked up. She went on a little walk, whatever, on some movie shit, and then she went to this basketball court and she saw them playing, and then she was like studying them, and she saw like the movement they was doing, and she was like,
Fucking
Let me incorporate that.
yeah. So she took that and then she added that, and that's basically what artists got to do. We can't just be creating all the time, because eventually, I mean, people gonna get mad anyway. But you keep creating the same thing, people gonna get bored of it, and they want
you're
you
not good at what you do no more.
Yeah,
And that's the thing that a lot of people also don't understand about us. There's a lot of discernment that we have to do, man. Like, when it comes to people wanting to work with us and wanting to, you know, try and like get in our heads and see about our world, but they're not willing to fully understand what it takes to be like this. You don't understand fully like what this brand represents and what this brand represents and what I may be talking about, you know, in terms of my subject matter. It's just you see what I'm receiving based off of what I've worked hard for. And you want the same thing for yourself, but you're not willing to understand what actually helped me make what I make and think how I think and be able to translate that.
Let me ask y'all this. Do you feel like whenever you go through like a new period of creating, like some people will call like what the fuck, like a chapter? Not a chapter. Chapter's not a good word for it, but like whenever you come up with something that has a theme, concept. There you go. Like you come up with a new project, comes with a concept. Do you feel like that's like your period of life's concept?
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's
feel
the
like
difference between somebody that can't create and there's somebody that can't.
Literally, they don't understand that like we're literally taking our life experiences and we're putting that art. Like, I make the best art when I'm like heartbroken for some odd reason. I don't know what it is. It's just like I don't like it, but
You're just transmuting your pain there.
yeah, like it's a transition from going from one person to, you know, it's growing and maturing. You know, instead of like getting distracted, I'm taking that frustration, that sadness. It's my way of expressing my emotions without actually like, you know, expressing it like outwardly. I'm taking it and I'm putting it towards something because, you know, that's just how I get better at art. Like, I got to experience life and go through those things. And a lot of people see my brand and they're like, oh, that's cool. And it's like, nah, like this brand, like this literally took me years and years and years of rejection. People was calling me weird. You get judged a lot. I mean, that's just reality. You get judged, but I dealt with that. Like, it took me, like, I've been doing this brand for almost 10 years. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm proud, but this
comes with a lot.
It's a lot of like heartache and stress and a lot of criticism that comes along with it. People don't fully believe in you. They just believe in the destination that you're trying to go through. They're like, yeah, like I could see that. Yeah. But they're not actually like receiving it. But that's just me. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine, honestly. Like, I feel like people don't actually get it.
And I think that's another thing about it too, is understanding like that those who appreciate what you do, they make it known. You feel me? They make it known for you. You don't have to seek outward, you know. Like, I done had 2 of my accounts hacked, bro.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bro.
One of them, boy, I'm talking about, that was just straight organic, like, building, bro. Like, I'm talking about for 2 to 3 years of me just going around talking to people.
And bro.
And then got hacked. So for me now, I feel like I've had to start over at least 3 times. But in that 3rd time, it's just finally like, well, I'm going to do what I do. And those who are there for it, genuinely, they're there for it. Yep. Those who are not, fuck them. I don't really have a problem. I don't really care. Most of the time, if you even look outward of what you do creatively, that is how life is anyway. Anywhere you are. Like, the people who be on some bullshit, the people who come to you very surface level, they typically make it very obvious, and you don't naturally like click with that person. It's something off about it.
So awkward. I have so many of those encounters too.
Yeah.
It's just that is not only in this, but it's in life, and that's why the art reflects life, right? And vice versa. So that's why people don't understand what it takes to be us, because they don't understand that our art is reflecting our lives at the end of the day. And no matter how the piece comes out, this man paints a bunch of random faces. I don't know if he actually sees these people out on the street or something, but no, it just come to his head, because that's a part of his life. That's a part of his art process.
That's what's in his head.
That's what's in his head. What is in our heads is what we express. So what's in yours, I feel like that's what people don't want to focus on. They want to make. It's easier to not have to pull something from out of your own head, and rather it is to see something that somebody already has done and try and just make a different version of that.
It don't come out the same.
And it don't come out the same because it's not you. It is you trying to imitate this person versus what is you? Like, what is it about you that is so, like
original, unique,
authentic? Like, what is it? What did you like as a kid?
What makes you you?
Okay, so like where the inspiration, like the real inspiration.
Yeah.
What did you like as a kid?
What makes you you, bro?
Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I loved the movies. Loved them to death. I barely even watch cartoons except for like Samurai Jack and Dexter's Lab and Billy and Mandy, yeah. And fucking Cole Lyoko and shit like that. Like, I'm watching shit like that as a kid, but I love the movies. So whenever I like make music videos or I want to make a music video, I want that shit to be as close to a movie as possible because that is what I want it to reflect. Well, at the same time, looking at my life as this is just another chapter, right? Or this is just another part of my life that I'm going to turn into this movie, right? And that's why, like, I would love to direct movies down the line in my life. 'Cause I feel like I could be good at it. I feel like I have the eye for it. But in the meantime, while I'm not directly doing that, I'm doing something where I could feel like I'm doing that within it.
I think, like definitely on the surface level encounters, it's like a lot of people don't understand like the inspirations and little things that like we're into, and then when they learn those interests, they're like, oh, this guy's weird or whatever. And it's like I think that's really where it separates like the real supporters, because the real supporters will understand like those inspirations and stuff.
Yep.
And
because they were inspired by it too.
By something.
and I have a confession to make. So a lot of people don't know this. I'm pretty sure some do, but like whenever I feel, or like let's say like I encounter somebody right at a party, and they're like, "Hey, bro, like I like your stuff. Like, yeah, that's cool. Like, can I get your IG?" And I'm like, "Okay, cool." I get the IG right, and then I won't like talk to them or speak to them for like maybe a month, and I'm like, "This person don't really like my stuff," and I'll soft block people. Like, I literally will soft block anybody who I feel does not really understand the brand. And I feel like that's it's kind of hindered me a little bit because I'm not really giving people like a real chance to support me, because I mean a month, right? That's a little too short to tell. But it's just certain interactions, like you said, you just know when they understand it. And I feel like I don't really be getting that mutual like, you know what I mean? Just that mutual like interest in like each other's.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm just like, eh.
You know what I've been learning is to like just let people be fans, and like that sounds so,
but
uppity.
Yeah, but it's not even like.
But it's not like that. Like I've found myself trying to be like work with people or be friends with people that are just fans. Like in that interaction, I wasted X amount of time trying to create a relationship with somebody, trying to force a relationship with somebody. Off of the sense of like not wanting to disappoint people or like just wanting to see what people are about. And I swear to you, bro, 90% of the time that shit has been wasted time. Like in so many different ways. And you can look at it different ways, right? I won't say wasted time. They were all lessons because I won't say I didn't learn, grow, or gain anything from it. But at the same time, it's like when your mama tell you don't do something to try and save you from, going through that trouble of it, and then you do it anyways. You go through it, you learn something, but nigga, you damn sure didn't have to go through it.
You didn't have to go through it.
Type shit. So
I feel like a lot of people have that mindset where there's like, not just, I mean, if it happens, it happens. And it's like, there's certain things you kind of just, it's avoidable.
You can avoid it.
But unfortunately, not everybody.
There's a lot of things you could avoid.
Bro, what?
But that's another thing too about it. So yeah, when you talk about just people and letting people be fans, but I say it is like you let people be like what they are, like what they're showing you. You feel me? Like at the end of the day, you don't have to work with everybody. There's so many people who have hit me up about working, and I haven't done it because it's not even because I think what they're doing is bad. It's not that I think what they're doing is not better than what I'm doing. It's just like I don't see the magic there. I don't see the benefit of the collaboration there. Like, how will us being like me? I'm very intentional about who I work with, but because I am, that's how I'm able to discern and see who. Like, you had to learn, you had to deal with a lot of other people who be on that shit to understand what that type of person is like, so you can avoid that person. Like, you gotta experience those people. It's a part of it. It's a part of the whole thing.
It's just tiring.
It's tiring.
I learned to let them lead the interaction, bro. 9 times out of 10, they'll
tell
have
you.
no direction.
They'll tell you
gonna go down.
And then it won't go nowhere. So, hey, yeah. Okay, bet, bro. What you want to do? Okay, bet. We could do that. Just let me know when.
Okay, how we gonna put the money together? That
Yeah,
really
like-
be my question. Like, do people be thinking about? Like,
No.
okay, do you have like a like? Do you have
You just be like, ha ha ha. Don't have no plan for real.
I'd be like, all right, bro. Yeah, bet. We could do that. Just let me know what you want to do and when you want to start, and we can get to it. Maybe every time it leaves, it ceases to exist. It ends. Capiche. Adios.
Before we wrap up the show, are there any questions that any of y'all want to ask each other or ask me? Gonna get the curiosity out there before we end it.
When's your next fashion show, man?
Yeah, when's your next fashion show? Oh, when's my next fashion show?
When's your next fashion show, man?
October 25th. Stay tuned. We're gonna. Oh yeah, they modeling. Oh yeah, he modeling for the show. I'm glad you brought that up. He genius. But yeah, we're gonna have. It's gonna be a big show. I'm collaborating with Yono Cialo, who we're also going to have on the show very soon. Talented artist, musician. Kind of some. It's funny. I met him at your performance. Like he was dating a homie that I knew, and I just met him through that, and we just been cool. I gave him a sticker, and then,
That's Buddy that was at the show in Fort Worth, huh? At Wonder Bar when you came
the Wonder Bar.
in Fort Worth, downtown Fort Worth. When dude was out there, who's the vlogger dude? AJ Voltron or whatever.
Oh, yes, he was there. Yes, that was him. He was
Okay.
performing.
Yeah. Volton, that's his name, AJ Volton or whatever. Yeah, that guy.
I remember that show. But yeah, he been a supportive cast, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna work. And right now he's working currently. He's probably sewing right now. But yeah, my best regards out to him while he's working. We're going to get him on the show soon. And then the fashion show is going to be big. We're going to have a lot of models that have been a part of the previous fashion shows. Oh, yes. Shout out to Mia. She actually hooked me up with a lot of female models because at first I was like in a drought. I was like, is anybody on a model? And she stepped up to the plate and like sent and reposted my message about like trying to get more models. And I was able to find like 8 within that same hour. That show's going to be big. October 25th. It's going to be located at the Statler. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Hosted by the Bureau Fashion Week. Hey, it's probably going to be the biggest show that I mean, like, my other shows are pretty cool, but, like, this show is going to be...
Statler, that means it's up top.
I think they have another venue.
Like downstairs?
Like I think so. Like they have like an actual.
Never before used, never before seen. We love that. You
Yeah.
know, everybody likes to do stuff at the same place. So hey, we love that.
That's fantastic.
At first, they were gonna do it at the fair or that place at the fair, but
At the
Would
fair
have been
part?
hard.
yeah, but I don't know what they're going through as far as that. So they're gonna do it at the Statler. As far as where, I don't know if it's gonna be in the rooftop or in an actual like
Space
Statler is probably a better option than the fair anyway.
I got you a question, bro. I was thinking about this earlier when that came up when you were talking about how like a lot of your creating comes from heartbreak, and I feel like that's one of the periods I'm kind of going through right now. It's like with my art and maturing and like what I pull from creatively, right? So like instead of pulling from pain, I'm pulling from a place of like, damn, I'm finally at peace, like,
yeah.
and finding where to pull inspiration for shit from that. My question to y'all is, do you feel like your art is maturing, and if so, like, what does that look like?
I think so. It's more, I guess, it's more consistent. Like back then, like you said, it was like the faces and stuff, and a lot of people couldn't really get a grasp on it. And now I kind of just put my logo on clothes. So I feel like in a way my art has matured because now it's more consistent, but in a way it's still like authentic and unique. Because I might do the Bison logo, but then I might do like a special like holiday edition or use like a country or use like a certain colorway. But yeah, that's my answer.
So like more branded. That's
Yeah.
hard. All right, I like that. I like that. Slabersky.
Me personally, man, a lot of my life right now has just been working and kind of like spending time with my daughter. So I haven't had the time to really like get back into stuff fully. And I think about it a lot, but
So what's next for you? What's on your mind next?
more than likely it's just trying to get out a little 6-7 song project. I've been sitting on it for the last at least 3 to 6 months. And I guess it's just thinking about whether this is the right time to drop it, or because there's a lot that goes into it. I got to go to the studio. I got to get it mixed, mastered, all that other stuff. So just
Like
thinking,
aligning with your life.
like,
if that's
yeah,
the time.
timing
Yeah.
is really the main thing. It's coming, but timing's the main thing. But
That's mature in itself.
and it's understanding that and understanding that the subject matter is really just going along with
That specific.
that right now,
Yeah.
and not trying to rush to just make something.
That's the impulsive. That's the child version of you. You would have said, "I want to do this. I'm gonna do it."
But now it's like, because I'm mature, I'm like, all right, cool. Let me not rush to like do this. Let me actually make something as intentional as possible, right? Mm-hmm. By the way, the next project that will come out, there is no devil, it's only me. And it'll come out
That's
at
a
the end
great
of at the
title.
end of this year. And I only titled it that is because to have more control, right? And to put more control on myself and God. Like, there is no devil. Of course there is the idea of the devil.
But you are. Yeah.
But you kind of are that in a sense. And I mean that in terms of like, it's a choice. Mm-hmm. You got like, that depiction of
The devil
and the angel, right? Like, that is you, right?
It's a subconscious mind.
It literally is. It's like, okay, cool. So I can either choose to do what the devil is telling me in my head or what I consider that idea to be of the devil. I can either choose to go with what that is saying,
The fall guy.
or I can go with I can go with the God in me, right? Mm-hmm. So what if I was just to say there is no devil? It's just that choice and God's choice. That's it.
All right, we're going gotta wrap it up because we getting close to that 50-minute mark.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up, B.
Hey, wrap it up, B.
So final thoughts, like what do y'all think of the show before we
Hey, this so cool, bro. This fire.
Fantastic.
You, bro.
It's nice. I like the desk, man.
Yeah, man.
And this nigga got his own fucking coffee mug, man. Hey, man. Got his own coffee
Real
mug.
sippers only.
Goddamn David Letterman over here, man. Goddamn Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel over here, man. I drunk all my water
Bro,
already.
this nigga has his logo on the microphone.
Got his logo on the mic. Look at that.
Look at that shit, nigga.
Anyway, y'all know what it is, man. Slab-O in the building. The almighty SO.
It's Rashawn Robinson. We signing off.
Yeah, Dante, aka April's Last Legend. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, again, stay tuned. Hey, subscribe to us on Rumble. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. Keep up with us on YouTube. We're gonna bring up more fire. Stay tuned for the gun range episode. Bow, bow. Hey, bow. We got a lot of fire coming in. Bow. Y'all, these athletes, bro.
Bow. Y'all ever seen Walker when he was in bow, 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 and then he was just in the studio doing that? Bow.
Anyways, we got more fire coming up for you in August. Stay tuned. We love all y'all. Peace.
Been real. Cut the camera off.
You know you like your outfit stylish.